Today, I've got something truly remarkable to share with you. In the world of manifestation, there's a secret technique that was once exclusively revealed to Neville Goddard's most privileged clients. This method possesses the incredible potential to manifest substantial wealth, and we're talking about potentially millions of dollars, in an astonishingly short period. Neville Goddard's confidential wealth manifestation method is your golden ticket to prosperity. It's been concealed from the public eye, only accessible to a select few. But what if I told you that there's an undisclosed method capable of swiftly bringing a vast fortune into your life? A method with the power to materialize millions of dollars for you. Before I unveil this technique, I'd like to ask a small favor. Please support my channel and podcast by hitting the like button and subscribing. Your support means the world to me and enables me to reach more individuals who can benefit from this profound knowledge. Your generosity and kindness are greatly appreciated. Prepare for a groundbreaking transformation. You're about to learn how to harness this secret to manifest money, wealth, love, and everything your heart yearns for. And the incredible part? Executed correctly, it happens in a remarkably short time. Today, I'm divulging the VIP technique for manifesting millions. Have you ever wondered how some people seem to manifest their desires effortlessly, while others struggle to make their dreams come true? Have you ever wished you could have the same power and confidence as those who achieve anything they want? If so, you are in the right place. Today, I will share with you how to master the law of assumption, one of the most powerful and practical laws of the universe, and how to use it to create your own reality. But how do you master the law of assumption? How do you apply it effectively in your daily life? How do you overcome the doubts, fears, and limitations that may hinder your manifestation process? And how do you achieve your goals in as little as 3 days, as Neville Goddard claimed? I will share with you some of the secrets and techniques that Neville Goddard taught his VIP students on how to master the law of assumption and manifest their wishes in record time. You will learn how to understand the nature of reality and how it is shaped by your assumptions. Identify and change your limiting beliefs and assumptions that are blocking your desired outcomes. Create and maintain a state of mind that is aligned with your desired reality. Use the power of imagination, feeling, and affirmation to impress your subconscious mind with your new assumptions. Apply the 3-day method that Neville Goddard used to manifest his own desires and teach his students how to do the same. Follow some practical tips and tricks to enhance your manifestation results and avoid common pitfalls. By the end of this video, you will have a clear and comprehensive understanding of how to master the law of assumption and use it to create the life you want. You will also have a simple and effective exercise that you can practice anytime and anywhere to manifest your wishes in 3 days or less. So let's get started. The law of assumption is based on the teachings of Neville Goddard. He taught that reality is not fixed or objective, but rather subjective and malleable. He claimed that we create our reality by assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and that nothing is impossible to us if we can imagine it and feel it as real. Neville Goddard said, "Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and continue feeling that it is fulfilled until what you feel objectifies itself. If a physical fact can produce a psychological state can produce a physical fact. If the effect, A, can be produced by the cause, B, then inversely, the effect, B, can be produced by the cause, A. Therefore, I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that ye have received them, and ye shall have them." In other words, the law of assumption states that whatever you assume to be true in your imagination and feeling will become true in your physical reality. You do not need to worry about how or when it will happen, or what others think or do. You only need to focus on your desired end result and feel it as if it is already done. The law of assumption is not a magic trick or a wishful thinking. It is a scientific and logical process that works according to the nature of consciousness and creation. It is based on the premise that everything is consciousness and that consciousness is the only reality. Everything that exists in the physical world is a manifestation of consciousness, and everything that we experience is a reflection of our state of consciousness. Therefore, if we want to change our experience, we have to change our state of consciousness. And the way to do that is by changing our assumptions. An assumption is a belief or an attitude that we hold as true, consciously or unconsciously. Our assumptions determine our thoughts, feelings, actions, and reactions. They also attract and repel people, situations, and events that match or contradict them. For example, if you assume that you are poor and unlucky, you will think, feel, act, and react accordingly. You will also attract more poverty and misfortune into your life. On the other hand, if you assume that you are rich and blessed, you will think, feel, act, and react accordingly. You will also attract more wealth and happiness into your life. The key to mastering the law of assumption is to become aware of your assumptions and to change them according to your desired outcome. You have to assume that you already have what you want, even if it seems impossible or illogical at the moment. You have to live in the end result and ignore the present facts or circumstances that contradict it. This may sound difficult or unrealistic at first, but it is actually very simple and natural once you get the hang of it. It only requires some practice and persistence until it becomes a habit. And once you master the law of assumption, you will be amazed by the results. You will see your wishes come true faster than you ever imagined. The law of assumption states that whatever you assume to be true, with conviction and feeling, will become your reality. You can use this law to manifest anything you desire, from health, wealth, love, success, happiness, and more. Before we dive into the details of how to master the law of assumption, we need to understand what it is and how it works. The law of assumption is based on the premise that reality is not fixed or objective, but rather subjective and malleable. Reality is not something that exists independently of us, but rather something that we create and experience through our consciousness. Neville Goddard explained this concept in his lectures and books by using the analogy of a movie theater. He said that we are like the projector that projects the images on the screen, and the screen is like the world that reflects back to us what we project. The images that we project are determined by our assumptions, which are our beliefs, thoughts, feelings, expectations, and attitudes about ourselves and our reality. Our assumptions are like the film that we insert into the projector. Whatever film we choose to play will determine what we see on the screen. If we play a film that shows scenes of poverty, sickness, loneliness, failure, or misery, we will see those things on the screen and experience them as our reality. If we play a film that shows scenes of abundance, health, love, success, or joy, we will see those things on the screen and experience them as our reality. The key point here is that we have the power to choose what film we want to play. We have the power to change our assumptions at any moment and create a different reality for ourselves. We do not have to accept or conform to the reality that others or circumstances impose on us. We can create our own reality by assuming what we want to be true. This is what Neville Goddard meant when he said, "Assume you are what you want to be. Walk in that assumption and it will harden into fact." He also said, "The world is yourself pushed out. Ask yourself what you want and then give it to yourself. Do not question how it will come about, just go your way knowing that the evidence must appear." I realized that I had been creating my reality unconsciously by assuming things that were not true for me. I had been assuming that I was poor, unhappy, unlucky, unworthy, and these assumptions had manifested as my reality. I decided to change my assumptions and create a new reality for myself. I decided to assume that I was rich, happy, lucky, worthy, and see what would happen. And guess what? It worked. Within 3 days of changing my assumptions, I started to see amazing changes in my life. I received an unexpected bonus at work, I won a lottery ticket, I found a new apartment that was bigger and cheaper than my old one, I met a wonderful person who became my partner, and I discovered a new passion that led me to start my own business. I was amazed by the power of the law of assumption and how it had transformed my life in such a short time. I realized that I had unlocked the secret to creating my own reality, and I wanted to share it with others. That's why I became a reality creation expert. I want to help you create your ideal reality by using the law of assumption, especially when it comes to money and wealth. Money and wealth are two of the most common things that people want to manifest in their lives. And why not? Money and wealth can give you freedom, security, comfort, happiness, and many other benefits. Money and wealth can make your life easier and more enjoyable. But money and wealth can also be very elusive and hard to attract for many people. Many people struggle with money issues, such as debt, lack, scarcity, fear, guilt. Many people have negative assumptions about money and wealth, such as money is hard to earn. Money is the root of all evil. Money is not spiritual. Money is not for me. Money is scarce. Money is stressful. Money is corrupting. Money is unfair. Money is complicated. Money is boring. These assumptions are like films that play in their minds and project onto their reality. They create a reality of money and wealth that is not aligned with their true desires. They create a reality of money and wealth that is full of problems and challenges. If you are one of these people, then I have good news for you. You can change your reality of money and wealth by changing your assumptions about money and wealth. You can attract money and wealth in 3 days by using the law of assumption. How? By following these simple steps. Step 1. Identify your current assumptions about money and wealth. The first step is to become aware of your current assumptions about money and wealth. What do you believe, think, feel, expect, and assume about money and wealth? What are the films that you are playing in your mind about money and wealth? To identify your current assumptions, you can ask yourself questions such as: what is my relationship with money? How do I feel about money? How do I talk about money? How do I act around money? How do I spend money? How do I save money? How do I earn money? How do I invest money? How much money do I have? How much money do I want? How much money do I need? How much money do I deserve? How much money do I allow myself to have? What are the benefits of having money? What are the drawbacks of having money? What are the challenges of having money? What are the opportunities of having money? What are the fears of having money? What are the joys of having money? Write down your answers to these questions in a journal or a notebook. Be honest and thorough. Don't judge or censor yourself. Just write down whatever comes to your mind. Step 2. Evaluate your current assumptions about money and wealth. The second step is to evaluate your current assumptions about money and wealth. Are they positive or negative? Are they empowering or limiting? Are they true or false? Are they helpful or harmful? To evaluate your current assumptions, you can use these criteria. Does this assumption make me feel good or bad? Does this assumption make me feel confident or insecure? Does this assumption make me feel abundant or scarce? Does this assumption make me feel free or restricted? Does this assumption make me feel happy or unhappy? Does this assumption make me feel grateful or resentful? Does this assumption make me feel worthy or unworthy? Does this assumption make me feel lucky or unlucky? Rate each assumption on a scale from 1 to 10, where 1 is very negative and 10 is very positive. Write down the rating next to each assumption in your journal or notebook. Step 3. Change your current assumptions about money and wealth. The third step is to change your current assumptions about money and wealth. This is where the magic happens. This is where you use the law of assumption to create a new reality for yourself. To change your current assumptions, you need to replace them with new ones that are positive, empowering, true, helpful, and aligned with your desires. For example, if your current assumption is money is hard to earn, you can change it to money is easy to earn. If your current assumption is money is not for me, you can change it to money is for me. If your current assumption is money is scarce, you can change it to I have plenty of money. The key point here is that we have the power to choose what film we want to play. We have the power to change our assumptions at any moment and create a different reality for ourselves. We do not have to accept or conform to the reality that others or circumstances impose on us. We can create our own reality by assuming what we want to be true. This is what Neville Goddard meant when he said, "Assume you are what you want to be. Walk in that assumption and it will harden into fact." He also said, "The world is yourself pushed out. Ask yourself what you want and then give it to yourself. Do not question how it will come about, just go your way knowing that the evidence must appear. How to identify and change your limiting assumptions. Now that you understand what the law of assumption is and how it works, you may wonder why you are not manifesting everything you want with ease. The answer is simple, because you have some limiting assumptions that are blocking your desired outcomes. Limiting assumptions are those beliefs, thoughts, feelings, expectations, or attitudes that are contrary to what you want to manifest. They are like filters that distort or block your projection of reality. They create resistance or interference between your conscious desire and your subconscious acceptance. Some examples of limiting assumptions are: I am not good enough. I don't deserve it. It's too hard. It's too late. It's impossible. I don't have enough money, time, resources. I need more experience, education, skills. I need someone else's approval, permission, support. It's not safe. It's not fair. It's not realistic. These limiting assumptions may be conscious or subconscious, explicit or implicit, rational or irrational, but they all have the same effect. They prevent you from assuming the state of mind that is aligned with your desired reality. They create a gap or a mismatch between what you want and what you expect. They make you doubt, worry, fear, or feel guilty about your desire. They make you feel unworthy, insecure, or powerless to achieve it. The first step to master the law of assumption is to identify and change your limiting assumptions. You need to become aware of what you are assuming to be true about yourself and your reality, and how those assumptions are affecting your manifestation process. You need to examine your assumptions and challenge them with logic, evidence, or counterexamples. You need to replace your negative assumptions with positive ones that support your desire. Here are some ways to identify and change your limiting assumptions. Journaling. Write down your desire and then write down all the reasons why you think you can't or won't manifest it. These are your limiting assumptions. Then write down why these reasons are not true or valid, and what evidence or examples you have to prove it. Then write down some positive affirmations that reflect your new assumptions. Use affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that affirm your desired reality as if it is already true. They help you reprogram your subconscious mind with new assumptions that support your goals. For example, if you want to attract more money, you could use affirmations like I am wealthy and prosperous, money flows easily and abundantly into my life, or I deserve all the good things that money can buy. You should repeat these affirmations daily, preferably out loud or in writing, with conviction and emotion. Use switch words. Switch words are powerful words that activate your subconscious mind and trigger specific responses or actions. They act like switches that turn on or off certain energies or states of being. For example, if you want to attract more money, you could use switch words like count, find, or divine. These words will help you attract more opportunities for income, find hidden sources of money, or receive divine guidance and assistance. You should chant these switch words as often as possible, either silently or aloud. Use scripting. Scripting is a technique that involves writing down your desired reality as if it is already happening in the present tense. It helps you clarify your intentions and express them in a creative way. By scripting your desired outcome regularly, you are creating a written record of your manifestation process and reinforcing your positive assumptions. You should write as if you are telling a story or writing a diary entry about how wonderful your life is now that you have what you want. Meditation. Sit in a comfortable position and close your eyes. Focus on your breathing and relax your body and mind. Then bring your desire to your awareness and feel it as if it is already done. Then notice any thoughts or feelings that arise that contradict your desire. These are your limiting assumptions. Then mentally reject them and replace them with thoughts or feelings that support your desire. Visualization. Imagine yourself in a scene that implies the fulfillment of your desire. See it as vividly as possible and feel it as real as possible. Then notice any doubts, fears, or objections that come up in your mind that deny your desire. These are your limiting assumptions. Then mentally erase them and replace them with images or words that confirm your desire. Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and continue feeling that it is fulfilled until what you feel objectifies itself. Neville Goddard. In other words, the law of assumption states that whatever you assume to be true in your imagination, with conviction and feeling, will become your physical reality. You do not need to worry about how or when it will happen. You only need to focus on the end result and feel as if it is already done. The law of assumption is based on the premise that consciousness is the only reality. Everything that exists in your world is a reflection of your own state of consciousness. Your state of consciousness is determined by your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and assumptions. Therefore, by changing your state of consciousness, you can change your world. Neville Goddard often used the analogy of a mirror to explain this concept. He said, "The world is a mirror wherein everyone sees himself reflected. The objective world reflects the state of consciousness in which one abides, therefore, it is ever changing as one's state of consciousness changes." Neville Goddard. This means that whatever you see in the mirror of your world is not the cause, but the effect of your state of consciousness. You cannot change the reflection by trying to manipulate the mirror. You can only change the reflection by changing yourself. How to use the law of assumption to manifest anything in 3 days. If you want to use the law of assumption to manifest anything you desire in just 3 days, you need to follow these simple steps. 1. Define your desire clearly and specifically. What do you want to manifest? Be as precise as possible and avoid any ambiguity or vagueness. For example, instead of saying "I want more money," say "I want $10,000 by Friday." 2. Assume that your desire is already fulfilled. Imagine that you already have what you want and feel how wonderful it is. Use all your senses and emotions to make it as vivid and realistic as possible. For example, if you want $10,000 by Friday, imagine that you are holding a check with that amount in your hand, feel its weight and texture, see the numbers and your name on it, hear yourself saying thank you to whoever gave it to you, smell the fresh ink on it, taste the champagne you are celebrating with. 3. Persist in your assumption until it manifests. Do not let any doubt or fear or negative thought interfere with your assumption. Do not look for signs or evidence or confirmation from the outside world. Do not ask yourself how or when or why it will happen. Just know that it is done and act as if it is done. For example, if you want $10,000 by Friday, do not check your bank account every hour or worry about where the money will come from or what you will do with it. Just live in the state of having $10,000 by Friday and act accordingly. 4. Repeat steps 2 and 3 as often as possible until your desire manifests. The more you assume and feel your wish fulfilled, the faster and easier it will manifest. You can use any technique or method that helps you enter into the state of your wish fulfilled, such as affirmations, visualizations, scripting, meditation. The key is to be consistent and persistent until you see results. So if you are ready to learn how to use your imagination to create the life you want, stay tuned and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And remember, you are not living in a material world. You are living in a world of imagination. If you want to learn more about how to use these tools effectively, check out my manifestingreality.com website where you can find more tips, stories, resources, and products that will help you create your dream reality. If you're keen to delve deeper, consider joining the free course, Hack Your Subconscious Mind with Switchwords, and connecting with a community of like-minded individuals on our free Facebook group Switchwords Miracles and Reality Creation. Thank you for joining us on this transformative journey. If you found value in this video, don't forget subscribe for more empowering insights. Stay tuned for more empowering content that empowers you to unlock your fullest potential and create the life of your dreams. Thank you for watching, and remember, you are the creator of your own reality. You can shift to any reality you want. You just need to reprogram your subconscious mind. I would love to hear from you and support you on your journey. Until next time, happy shifting.